This leads our bulletin. The Allandale substation near Tembisa is on fire. Ekurhuleni firefighters are on the scene. It's not yet known what caused the blaze. It comes as the country grapples with rolling blackouts. Our reporter Aviwe Mtila is there. He joins us now live. So Aviwe, what more can you tell us about this blaze?
Well, the latest is that areas around Midrand will be affected by this transformer that has gone out in the Allandale substation. Not much has been said by the technicians on the ground. We understand that the fire, a big explosion essentially happened at around 2 o'clock. So for the last 3 hours, that transformer hasn't been put out. The technicians, Eskom technicians, are inside there. They're just trying to make sure that it's safe enough for the fire department to essentially go in the areas that will be affected by the transformer and the fire at the Allandale substation are the Ruby Ridge 1, 2, 4 and 5 extensions, Maibuye Commercial, Extension 9, Austin View, as well as parts of Glen Austin. The technicians, as I mentioned, don't want to talk as yet, but I have a community member, a resident of the Midrand area, just to detail maybe what happened earlier and just these space of load shedding, how they're affecting you.
This thing, it cost a lot because the way it rahes in Kahona, if I remember very well, last year around September, Hobileli, the same problem, but in the lady protest. It took them about 4 days for the back to normal, and it affected the whole area of Friendship Town, Ruby Ridge, Maibuye, somewhere around Pumulong. So it's difficult for the back to normal. Like now, Kohona was spanning, gas, everything fridging, like it's a mess. It's a total mess.
And the way forward, you're already suffering under load shedding at the moment. How are you going to survive this?
Like I said, it's difficult. So a solution for now, those who have got solars, it'll be a little bit easier for them. But for us, we do not have solars, so we have to think about a plan B, like getting a primer, paraffin, or something else. Because where we live now, they won't allow us to do those firewood things, making mulonyana. So it's not going to happen. So we're just going to suffer, and we'll wait until solution is so.
It's one of the residents, Shahan, around the Allandale area, Midrand, essentially, saying that he's going to have difficulty, of course, in surviving. They're already under space of load shedding. They came back from work with the lights off. He's worried about his food in the fridge going off. But the technicians of Eskom are here. City Power as well is here, together with the fire department, trying to remedy the situation. We understand the fire department hasn't been allowed in as yet. They're still just checking the safety issues around here before they can allow the fire department to go in and put out that fire. That's the latest from Midrand, Shahan.
So let's talk about what you've been doing throughout the day, Aviwe. Of course, you've been to hospitals as well affected by load shedding. What are they saying?
Well, Shahan, especially the Brixton area, that spate of load shedding has come and affected the water supply as well. We understand the water pumps can't pump enough water to go up and supply water, especially when the space of load shedding are long and prolonged. So I was at a hospital around the Brixton area where essentially they had a truck supplying them with water. If you understand that water is part of the necessities of a hospital. But I've been going around several parts around Johannesburg from the morning, waking up in Pasonia, going up to Pasonia, finding out the difficulties there. And we found out there that they've actually bought gas stoves. I was in a Allandale family that I visited. They've bought gas stove to accommodate load shedding. They've bought lights there. They're struggling, for example, with their garage door. It's electric. It works with electricity. So they essentially have to plan their way around the schedules and the load shedding schedules. What was really heart-rendering for me was visiting a shelter in Yeoville. In that shelter, they're not even allowed to use candles because in previous space of load shedding, one of the children there, the shelter houses women and children. One of those children tampered with the candle, which essentially burnt part of that shelter. So when there's load shedding there, it's essentially black there. They're not allowed to use candles. They literally sit in the dark. In the dark for however long it has to be. One of the complaints that's coming out as well is the duration of this load shedding. People questioning, is it weather stage 4? Because now they're facing around 8 or so hours of load shedding. So those are just the general complaints that I've come across. Even students, I was at a commune earlier which houses students, varsity students. They're saying essentially they're missing deadlines. They can't do their work on campus even because internet connectivity, they have issues with printing out because of so you get to see in my visits around, you get to see that these latest spates of load shedding does not only affect the economy, but it essentially affects all aspects of life, Shahan.
All right, thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. Our reporter Aviwa Mtila.